Oh, what's happening, Dave? I was just fixing the title. I'm all the way, I don't know, hundreds of miles away from home. And, yes, DJ Pan's channel. He gave me access to it a long time ago. I'm his friend Zolar. I used to do a webcast live to an audience. It was mostly like audience participation. We'd have reoccurring guests, but do prank phone calls that were, oh, I see you left. Anyway, we used to do prank phone calls to a live audience that would request, like, you know, numbers and give us numbers and stuff like that. We had a lot of fun. Zolar Vision. If you want to look it up, what's happening? Fantastic. Yeah, this is DJ's Uncle Zola. You don't know Uncle Zola? More like Grandpa Zola these days. Look at this fucking, haven't had a haircut. I'm all fucked up. So, I just drove all the way out to New Hampshire from Staten Island. You can look that shit up. It's like fucking 5-hour drive or more. And to pick up a used car. Yeah. Look those up. Zolar Vision. Prank call videos, mostly. You know, like they isolated the prank calls. The part of the show where we just like talk to the people and goof around and, you know, bust balls on the people who call in and stuff. There's not much of that, but there are isolated prank calls that are probably enjoyable. Depends on if you're a snowflake or not. Is you snowflaking? Because if you're easily offended, then you might think I'm a fucking very crude individual. But anyway, so, yeah. You driving to the East Coast right now through Georgia? Whoa, I don't think I'm that far. I don't even know. I'm not good geographical. I'm not geographical. I'm not very geographical. But anyway, this is the car we just picked up. Hold on. So here's the deal. We're not sure if we're going to make it home or not. available at this time to be giving out temporaries and all that crap. DJ is getting his life together and control of his assets so that he could come back when he is no longer being audited by family. So, Supreme Being, that is the answer. It'll take over a year just to prove. So from the last time you saw him, it might have taken a month or so after that to get a solid agreement contract. And then since then, minimally a year of him staying off the internet and out of the social eye. With his defamatory statements towards his family and stuff. It's happening in print. And once that is established, then he'll get some freedom, and that'll lead to other freedoms, and then before you know it, he'll be I guess normal, where he could take care of his own assets, go settle out with him, and then he'll, I'm sure, be back and say, hey, look at my house and my car and this and that. But I'm not sure. These are only my assumptions. They're just as good as anybody else's. What car is making that noise? What the fuck? But today's stream consists of what's happening, bro? Long time no seedle McGreedle. I'm all the way out in New Hampshire from Staten Island. Is that too much air? Jesus Christ. I hear air coming out of the fucking low profile tires over there.
To max pressure. If everyone does it, they read the thing on the side of the tire. It says max PSI is 51. Let me just fill it. You'll fill it to max.
What do you got it on now?
40. Should be lower, but I'm not spending the time. It'll be alright. Why ride so fucking bouncy?
Yeah, Tastic, he's going to drive that car back with the plates from this thing. All the way from fucking New Hampshire here to, well, he lives in Brooklyn, in Williamsburg, but he's going to leave it at my house, in my driveway, until he gets his plates and legitimizes the car. But will we make it back? That's the fucking deal. So I'm going to follow him and make sure that everything works out okay. It's a lot of air you're letting out of there, buddy.
That's 70.
Get the fuck out of here.
I wish.
Look, no helmet law. We don't have to wear a helmet here.
Oh, this car's done by a genius. I wonder what other fun things are fine.
Oh, you're going to find all of them.
That's good. This one's not even at 40.
Oh, no. What is...
70, 60, 55, 38, which is good.
Well, get everything at a 38 then.
Now I'll get back to the 38 later in front.
So what's the fucking guess in the room? Are we going to make it without getting pulled over? Can he drive this car? What's happening, Attila? Can he drive this car at the speed limit without being tempted to drive like a maniac?
No. But I will.
What's the exhaust system in it?
I don't know.
What do you mean? That's the most important thing.
One of them. I really don't know. I have to get under and look.
You don't ask?
You didn't know.
No, I got the plates from this thing on there. Manzo?
Manzo, I don't know what the fuck that is. Where's my wipes?
Your hiney wipes? Don't leave that on the floor. What do we come?
Pick it up.
Yeah, we don't. Wipe your hands after you touch the garbage can over there. Don't put that in there, in the garbage can.
Yeah.
Come on, man. What the fuck? Yeah, trash stick. We're sharing plates. How fucking problematic is that going to be? Do you think the cops are going to notice? Ni hao. Ni hao ma. Annyeonghaseyo. Ni hao ma. Dude, can we fucking leave? We've been in fucking New Hampshire for 3 hours here. It took us 5 to get here, 3 to fucking get out of here, and 5 to drive back. This is fucking ridiculous. Bro, you're killing me, man. It's fucking already 4 o'clock.
Is it?
4 o'clock.
Don't put me.
We're not going to get back until the earliest of 9.
Yep.
9?
It's gonna take 4 hours to get home.
No Gucci, Doochie.
Alright.
You're fucking killing me, man. Killing. Yeah, I'm always interested in doing interviews, man. I mean, you know, I don't know what about, but I'm sure I can make it out. What's the interview going to be about? Will the interview be about my fail? Fucking prank fucking internet career? Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a lot to say, man. Imagine I was the age I was when I started doing what I used to do now and did stuff like that now. I mean, I could be one of, oh no. Oh my God, I had a fucking incense lit and it fell and now a fire is gonna, oh my God. Alright, I gotta put this thing out. This is danger. Danger, danger! Danger! No, we'll talk about it however you want to make the interview, dude. But, yeah, whatever you think. Got a lot of history. I started out fucking listening to the Howard Stern show and calling in and becoming like a frequent caller to the point where they would recognize me calling. What the fuck is this phone? Looks like somebody or something. I don't get it, man. There's something bugging out the video. Says I'm on the phone for like 32 seconds. I don't get it. You guys hear me okay? Put one, the audio is fine. From the Howard Stern show, I just be like one of those guys who would call all these shows just to like advertise, say, for instance, my tattoo business or the latest website I'm trying to develop back then with like a next door neighbor fucking. There was all kinds of crazy I tried to do. Turn off the Bluetooth. Yes. Thank you. Have a nice day. Done. How's that? Better sound, or should I start over now? I know there is some crackling on YouTube. But, hey, find it, fix it. How the fuck are you, bro? Long time no see. We're following my son, just made a new purchase. You know, a pre-owned BMW. You know, it's got like turbo and exhaust, and you know, it's one of those ones that go pat pat pat. Fucking manual transmission. Who the fuck wants to drive a goddamn manual transmission? Still sounds like third-party mic. All right, just let me shut it down and start it back up real quick. And we're back. Back on crack. Lick my sack. I bet you know, glad to be back, cause we're that loose from the noose. Way better, yeah, cause it's a good phone, man.
I mean, you know, I don't know how long before my data fucking starts to get throttled here, but you should be getting a clear picture of my ugliness. This was his channel, DJ. Yes, low frequency. DJ let me have the stream key before he went away, and he's getting his life in order. It'll take a full year after figuring out what the parameters are inside of a contract he will sign with the people who handle his estate. And his mother's very sick, so he doesn't get anything until his mother actually passes away, but whose uncle handles it will work something out with him if DJ can comply to what I said was the parameters of him staying off the internet for a year without having any faux pas, and agreeing to circumstances after that as well. And he'll start slowly getting his life back together, so he needs to do that. That's the priority. DJ literally waiting for his mother to die. Yeah, well, at one time I'm sure he was very full of disdain, and that was just impaired judgment by the lifestyle he was trying to get a hold of, and this was all holding him up. And you know, I'm sure now that his mind is clear of drugs and everything like that, he doesn't wish ill. I wouldn't imagine. That's all. I don't know. What do I know? Where's the Crown Vic? Back in Staten Island, 4.4 million raisins. Yeah, but I mean, fuck it, man. That's money whenever it happens, you know? You don't have to wish anybody dead. Just, you know, because he had enough money. They were giving him a stipend. A stipend. Say that. It's fun to say. Ready? Stipend. Stipend. Go ahead. I'm talking to you who is not doing it because you're stubborn. Have some fun. Go ahead. Say it. Stipend. Stipend. Make it as sh as you can. Stipend. Stipend. Say it! Did you say it? Put it on. There you go. Low frequency. Stipend. He had enough money to live on, you know, to have food and a nice place to live, and even enough for a vehicle and whatever he had needed. But he blew that by squandering and, of course, almost losing the property. You know, it was just a horrific fucking nightmare he turned his life into. Fun for the viewing audience, don't get me wrong, but definitely bad life choices. And, you know, you just chalk that up to being young, dumb, and broke. young, dumb, and broke. Young, dumb, and broke. Did you see Howard under fire because of the black face clips? Change audio settings, sample 48 hertz, blah, blah, blah. I wish I could fucking, I can't do it when I'm driving. I'm lucky I could fucking pay attention to the road in front of me. If I hit my son's BMW with this shitty truck, he's gonna be pissed. I'm really sorry. Let me just look at this light. I'll try to do it at this light. 48 hertz. Settings. Oh, he's coming to talk to me or something. Come on, dude. Get out of here with yourself. Don't smoke in my Beamer, dude. Broadcast, orientation, audio. Right. Sample rate. I only have the default, and then 22,050 hertz, 16 kHz. No, I'm not fucking with it, dude. Now I gotta look back at the road. No, we're not going low frequency. We came from Staten Island all the way to New Hampshire to pick up this car in front of me. This Beamer right there. Great. Doxing the license plate. Yikes. Fucking, yes, he likes it, Cloud Gangster. Pulled back like a peel. I miss my foreskin, even though I never knew it well. Yeah, so we're coming back from New Hampshire. Back to fucking... We just bought this car. This is a 325i, I think. You got a fucking clip of me raping New York City, rapping in New York City? I wouldn't be surprised if you had me raping New York City. Yeah, wow, can you send it somehow to me so I can see it later? I don't know how to work the settings on this, or I would show you my fucking screen, what I'm looking at, you know, but I can't do all of that in Drive. I'm not familiar with this fucking Streamlabs setup. They changed the whole fucking Kuch to Poly. Oh, so anyway, then I would have showed you the audio settings that were available, but I didn't know what to put it to. This is the default. You'll send it to my Twitter? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. My son does not consider, like, you know, oh, this guy is following me, and he just switches over. What happened to the dude that used to be on this channel? I'm gonna have to explain this over and over. DJ gave me the stream key for this channel. I'm Zolar. I used to do a prank call show back in the day. I used to do a live webcast, you know, blah blah blah. So DJ lent me this because he's not utilizing it, and he was like, dude, you should get on there because people will like you and blah blah blah. And I never did, but I figure here I am on this trip. The cops are bound to pull us over because that license plate that's on there belongs to this truck. I took it off the front of this truck, and the car's not registered, and we're trying to drive it fucking all the way from fucking here to Staten Island, New York, which is like a 5.5 hour trip. And this is it. We're on the highway. Here we go. Twitter link doesn't work, son of a bitchy bastard. The Real Zolar at Gmail. You don't have to wear helmets out here, so the guy behind me is on his Harley without a helmet though. Getting on the highway, that's nuts. How does his baseball cap stay on his head while he's riding on the bike? What's my thoughts on the Black Lives Matter protest? I don't care. I don't mind the protest. Of course, Black Lives Matter, but fucking when the protest turns into fucking looting and shit like that, it gives them all like a bad name, you know what I mean? Like, even if I was there and I didn't break into a store personally, but all that fucking loot is around, I think I'd probably grab something too. So a lot of people that would normally be innocent were enticed, and you know, I don't know. But the actual protests themselves, as long as it makes everybody who cares about whatever they're doing feel better and things are getting looked at differently, what's wrong with that? I don't mind, you know what I mean? But I mean, personally, what do I feel should be done to make things better is a better question. Like here I would say, I think the police should lift the stigma of other police officers turning in their fucking peers for doing, you know, unscrupulous stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I think if you find like your partner or the sergeant that's your superior is doing stuff that's unscrupulous, it shouldn't be a fucking stigma that you have reported them. Like, the other officers should be the ones that are good, you know, that are not racist, that are not on a fucking power trip, because not only are there racist cops, but there's black ones and Chinese ones that are on fucking power trips, man. So when you see those fucking unscrupulous police officers, so I would say self-regulation is the key to success. to stop because there was a guy trying to cut between me and my son right there. I mean, it was like as if he was upset I must have cut him off or something, and he needed to show me, but I didn't let him. I should have put you, to let you see it, because he was wild. He was literally fucking trying to do the Malachi Crunch. Now, if you're old enough to know what that is, you're old. Malachi Crunch. Are you related to Ray Romano? Fuck you, man. I think I'm better looking than Ray Romano. What a nose on him. Yeah, I got a big nose. I guess so. You're right. You motherfucker. How dare you be right, you bastard. See, I told my son not to speed. The speed limit's literally 55. He's doing 80. I told him not to speed. Stay in the right lane. Let's cruise along lovely. But no. Alright, now we're at 75. Cube, what's happening, brah? I'm following this Beamer. My son just bought it. Like fucking 5 hours away from home, 5.5 hours away from home. We had to drive to fucking New Hampshire for this fucking car. And now, we were originally going to put it on, we were going to rent the U-Haul with a trailer and shit and put it up on a trailer and drive it back. And the whole way I was like, dude, there's just no cops around, and even cops that are around don't even care because of, you know, all those budget cuts that are fucking being promised. They hate the mayor right now. They want all kinds of fucking mayhem so that they could say, oh, see what happens when you budget cut us? And now's a good time just to fucking throw the plate from this truck right on that car and drive it back and save fucking couple of $100. Now, was that a smart move? I don't know. I just don't. You know what I mean? Because say for instance they pull him over and you get a scumbag cop that says, oh well, white privilege is over now because Black Lives Matter and fucking we're gonna do everything we can to fuck you up, and they confiscate or impound his shit that he just bought. So I don't know if I gave him the correct fatherly advice, but here we are, we're driving it back. And then we'll put it in my fucking driveway until he gets the proper credentials to drive it. But this is just a transport thing. Actually, the Constitution says that we don't even need to adhere to any state's individual laws because we're not driving in commerce. What that means is that you're not making any cash with your vehicle. You're only traveling. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're traveling. We don't need any fucking credentials to travel across the United States due to the Freedom of Travel Act. You'll be fine, homie. Yes, I was on the Stern Show for many years. I had many different characters. I would call in when Beetlejuice was on, and I would be Katie Juice, Beetlejuice's wife. Or say Howard was saying, oh, I don't know if I can do that. I'd have to ask my wife Beth first. I would call in as Beth. Or anytime you hear a woman call in with the name Jennifer, it was me. And like you could look up Quentin Tarantino was on, and I prank phone called Quentin Tarantino on the show. I made believe my name was Jennifer, and that him and I had a liaison at the Cannes Film Festival, and from that one night stand we generated a child who is now 18 years old, and asked him if he remembered and described myself as a woman to him, and he did not deny that it was possible, because I had said to him, I said, you know, I've been trying all these years, but your people will not let me contact you, and I don't know how. As a woman I was saying this in a girl voice. I switched I'm like,
and
you know, like,
your people wouldn't let me contact you, and I feel you should meet your son.
You know, stuff like that. So, yeah, the golden age of terrestrial radio. Now it's satellite radio, still pretty good. Not really, but you know what I mean. But, so, yeah, I would do a character called Jennifer, and I would call in, and like a guy would be on the show looking for a date, and I would call in as a girl and get him all revved up, and he'd say, describe yourself, and I would be like,
I have really big breasts and a
9-inch penis, you know, like, it's hard to do right now on Pew, But yeah, I originated the character Zolar when Riley Martin had first been on the Howard Stern show explaining how he was abducted by aliens, and I called in as the leader of the mothership, Zolar, and his implant chip was malfunctioning, and we needed to recover him to put a new chip in him. And that's where the character Zolar came from. I called up as the leader of the mothership and had said something like Roller, and Stuttering John was like, what'd you say the name was? Zolar? And instead of trying to explain it to him or spell it, I was like, yes, Zolar. And he was like, Zolar, and I was like, yes. So he put me up on the computer to be answered by Howard as Zolar. And ever since then, they remember my voice, and because I called in as a lot of other characters, and they're like, that's that guy Zolar from the mothership, and that's how I became more prominent on the Howard Stern show. And then I did some freelance segment producing for the show. Like they had a transvestite, they had their penis changed to a vagina, and they had been on the show throughout the process, and before it was done and after it was done, and now it was time to finally test the vagina out, and the transvestite couldn't get boomer memories. Yeah. Anyway, it's true. I was a pioneer though, man. Fucking shit that's being done today. I was literally the apex predator back then. Fucking, I was doing it, and I brought the guy down who was gonna have sex with this transgender or whatever it was for the first time on the show, and they shot it for TV, E-channel or whatever it was. But other segments as well. Like there was a guy who was an emetophile. Does anybody in the audience know what an emetophile is? Could you beat up Sal? Sure. He's actually stolen a lot of my material, which wasn't really a big deal because anybody could have done the girl voice. But once I stopped doing it, he picked it right up, and it wasn't good, it wasn't believable, but it was still just a funny joke that had always been a staple on the show. He only fucks on speed? I don't know. Didn't I try to leech off it? Yes, basically. I mean, she didn't have any management, so I tried to be as best of fucking manager, I guess, like a scheduler, an assistant to what she was doing. I made her the most money she ever made in her time as Miss Howard Stern, up to this point even. Like I got her a job hosting a booth at the AVN convention where she was signing autographs for a company. I forgot the name of Avail or something like that. They paid her quite a bit of money, and me too. And then they got us tickets to eat. And then I also got her a job living in a house in Vegas for 30 days while being filmed while it was live on the internet, way before anybody ever did live on the internet. It was like fucking Big Brother deal, shot for DVD, 30 days. She made a shit ton of money. So did I was in that video. And then I also got her to host like an adult video, a porn video. She was the host. She didn't get naked though. And all this stuff that I did for her, she didn't have to get naked, and she got paid thousands, like 15 here, 10 there. Her webcam shows are nasty. Yeah, whatever. She don't know how to take care of herself properly. She don't know how to brand herself right. She just recently got MissHowardStern.com as a website, and she doesn't even know how to fucking get it up and running to where it could be anything of interest. And it's whatever. It's whatever, dude. This was a smoke show. Yeah, she was legitimately ditzy though. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. There's no way in hell she was faking that. I was with her 24/7 for fucking 30 days straight. From the moment she woke up to the moment she went to sleep, she was a ditz. Even in her sleep, she was a ditz. I don't know. She prided herself on what a great BJ she gave, but she's a ditz. She's not. She's. I don't know. How the fuck would I know? She never gave me sex. Funny, dude. But yeah, I think she does like cam shows or sells her fucking nude pictures or video clips or something. Like, she literally sent me some clips of her banging some dude my age. Like, you know what I mean? But he looked older than me even. You know, he was totally fucking gross. Banging. Clips of him banging. You know, like, you couldn't see him, but you could see he had, like, gray pubes. I'll show you my pubes later. I don't have one gray pube. No, I was never friends with Double A. We always had, I don't know, tension, I guess, between us. I don't know why. You know what it was is, like, I don't know. He creeped me out. He was very, like, he reminded me of, like, a real, like a peeping Tom or somebody who would do something perverted. I don't know. He was a perv. Not that I wasn't either. I'm a perv too. Who, you know, don't get me wrong. Fucking, like, who doesn't like fucking a nasty bitch, or to find out that a little fucking nasty's in someone, you know what I mean? But he just seemed like that was his only. You know, Elliot Hoffman was the worst thing about the show. No, dude, I don't know how you could say that. I really don't know how you could say that. I really like that guy. I mean, not liked him like I would like to be friends. His yelling, his stubbornness, his phraseology. He had a lot of catchphrases like, and the crescendo, Stern, the crescendo is that you're a rotten Jew, bastard. Whatever, you know, he was, the bravado was cool. He was a character, and that's what you, I don't know. If it made you mad, he got you emotional, doesn't matter. That means he's compelling. Whether he made you happy, made you sad, made you laugh, made you fucking shout out loud, compelling. He compelled you to have emotion, which is what you want if you're in the entertainment business or want to be part of the entertainment business. So he did that. Yeah, I remember when he punched the wall. All the gay stuff made you sick, but he was against being gay. He again now was a pioneer. Like, look at all these transgender people, fucking, you know, and all the people that, you know, like equality, whatever it is, you know, like your own. This is what people are doing now. Dress how you feel, like Caitlyn Jenner or whatever his name is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and he had big bulging calf muscles, and you know he wanted to show off his legs and how hard his stomach was. He was a character. You know what I mean? He's not somebody you want to bring home to meet your mother. You want to fucking be pissed off by him and want to punch him in the face. I love that. Beef stew? I wish I can go 200 miles an hour. The fastest I've ever driven was on my motorcycle. And it's not very, very fast in comparison to other motorcycles. I had the ability to go 185. I never really got anywhere near that. But let's guess in the room, what do you think my top speed was on the motorcycle? No, it's lower than 160. Lower than 160. Not 175. Yeah, it was 138, and I was shitting my pants. Literally, like I had a knot in my stomach. I had to come out of it. I did it for a good couple of, maybe a mile or two. But I was heading upstate. It was a completely clear highway. And I was only at the top of 5th gear. I had a whole other gear to go on my Suzuki SV1000S. And it was a beautiful ride, lots of torque, heavy motorcycle, and I was flying 138 miles an hour, and I was scared shitless, man. I never did it again. Like, I went 110, 115, 120, 130 maybe, but never past 130 ever again. Yeah, imagine hitting a pothole at 138. So, what stopped me from riding my motorcycle was a fucking Ford F-150 sitting still at a light, 3 cars back from the light, decides to, out of nowhere, go over the double yellow line into oncoming traffic to get into the gas station on my side of the street. The second his fucking car moved over the yellow line, I just happened to be there and ran right into the front end of his fucking truck. This was like last summer, I think it was. And the bike just fucking flipped me off like Superman. I went into the air. I don't know, I must have went at least 20 feet. At least. Not up. Straight ahead at around like maybe 6 foot, 7 foot high. 20 feet away from the truck. $155 on a motorcycle? Cops are up here. My son was trying to fucking point out the window. I wasn't even paying attention. But in all actuality, when a cop's over there, you're not supposed to be in the lane next to him. You're supposed to move over. Now you go back. Damn, it's noisy out there. Fuck the police. I don't know why he's behind these very slow people. Maybe there's more cops. I don't have my Waze on. He does. Does everybody use Waze? Put a 1 in the room if you use Waze. Because Waze is the shit. Oh, that's why he's not getting over, because we gotta get off here. And there's a Popo looking for the Gumbas with the wrong license plate. Yeah, low frequency. You gotta use that Waze, man. In my neighborhood in Staten Island, if you look up Staten Island, look at how many cameras are on Staten Island. Speed traps and red light cameras fucking saturate the entire island. You cannot drive over 55 miles an hour. I mean, not 55, 25 miles an hour in the street. 67 on the undercover car. Yeah, 169 on the Ducati, top speed. Yeah, I like Ducatis. Yeah, it's a scary feeling when it gets loose on you, dude. Oh, shit. One time I was driving from upstate, and I had put these fucking stupid things on, instead of the regular caps on your tires to hold the air in the nozzle. You know, not the cap for the nozzle. I put these fucking stupid fucking neon things that when they spin, they light up, so it looks like your rim is neon. Well, evidently, when you do 110 miles an hour, they put so much pressure on your fucking rim that it rips the stem and you lose it. Well, anyway, so fucking it ripped the stem. All the air came out of my back tire and I was doing like 80, 90. And I fucking behind the fucking 18-wheeler, I thought maybe I was catching a bad draft and didn't realize my tire was going flat. Oh my God, man. I gave up the bikes, man. They're too dangerous. My son fucking stunts his bike. He's out there with whatever it is he drives. I forgot what it is. But it's a supermoto, and he's through the streets of Brooklyn with his friends fucking popping wheelies and stupid shit. Oh, here he comes. He's calling me. Let's see what he's got. That's him in the car in front of us right there. Right there. Bikes of death for sure, dude. Yeah, I know what you're talking about with the side-to-side jammy. Trust me. Trust me, dude. Scary. I get scared. Skirt. I got skirt. Yeah, it's just a matter of time before you fucking catch a bad break with a bike. I've had other bad breaks. Every time I brought the bike out, there was a close call that could have been death. Some stupid lady in a fully open Jeep, and my shit was loud too because I had Yoshimura dual exhaust on that shit. Fucking, it was loud. Fucking, she's in a fucking fully open Jeep with no top on, no doors. She fucking comes over from middle lane into the left lane where I was passing her and clipped me right in the peg where my foot was on the peg. She broke the peg on my... I didn't go down because I could ride. You know what I mean? But I didn't even stop to fucking... I just said, oh my God, that fucking bitch just fucking broke my peg. And I kept going and had to buy myself a new peg, but... Hey, Fat Toothless, how you doing, brother? Just taking a ride here from New Hampshire all the way to Staten Island, New York. We drove out here to pick up this car I'm following. I should have sued her, but I don't know. I just didn't, fucking, I don't know. I couldn't deal with it because she would have said something stupid, like you're speeding or what were you doing coming up alongside. I'm in my own lane. You know what I mean? Whatever. I would have wound up punching her in the face. I literally have a habit of doing that to people, whether they're a man or a woman. Once you piss me off, I punch you in the face and go to jail because you're needing a hospital. I can't help it. Jawbreaker. Every time I've ever been arrested is for that. And one time, it wasn't me. My friend did it for me. It was a woman. She got out of the car and fucking grabbed me like this. She was big. I'm only 5'7". She was like 6 foot something. Big, but oh, you can't even see me. She grabbed me by my neck like this because we ran into the back of her car with my fucking monster truck. She was really big. I'm 5'7", and she was like 6'2". And big, broad shoulders on her, and she grabbed me like this. And my friend just like came out from the car and popped a bang, and she hit the floor like a fucking ton of bricks. And with that, the passenger side of her car opened up, and a big, gigantic man came out, bigger than her. Turned out to be her little brother, who, by the way, was fully special needs. And you hit my sister! And grabbed my friend Dennis, like by the fucking jacket, and he had on like a fucking denim jacket, which this guy had a grip on, and started to lift him off the ground, which was no fucking small feat, because he was only about like 5'8" and heavy, like maybe 190 pounds. And this guy proceeded to like have him on his tippy toes, and I whipped out a fucking axe handle and whacked him with it across the back, which made him drop my friend. We ran back to my truck, got in it, and left. Then the cops fucking surrounded us like maybe about 20 minutes later with guns drawn and arrested us for abuse on a mentally handicapped person. Yeah, it was rough. We had like fucking set bail for ourselves and go to court over it. She had a restraining order out against us. It was terrible. It was terrible. Yeah, he was totally retard strength, dude. 100%. I mean, it was almost like a super being or something like that. He was super powered. She had some of that in her genetics too, because when she grabbed me by the throat, I was seeing stars. Oh no, she didn't grab me by the throat. She punched me in the side of the neck, which almost knocked me out. That's what happened. And the brother grabbed my friend Dennis by the throat and was lifting him up by like the jacket and the throat. Yeah, that's what happened. She punched me right here, and I saw stars, a blackout. I was having a blackout from it. Like I buckled, my knees buckled. I almost went out from it. What a shot. She really fucking hit me hard. I remember that was many years ago. Got me good, man. I never expected for a woman to hit me. Hey, Hitler on steroids. What's the word, brother? Yeah, of course. Fucking, I've been to the Staten Island Dump. Do you know that's one of the only man-made structures on Earth that can be seen with the naked eye from space? I think they've closed that facility at this point to let it biodegrade, but at one point when it was active, it was able to be seen with the naked eye from space. For whatever that's worth. That's how big that shit is. Go make yourself a sandwich. Enjoy that. Thanks for hanging out. I know this is boring. But I saw, like, you know, Scuff Jim Carrey wasn't on. Nobody decent was on, so I figured, fuck it. Maybe motherfuckers want to take a ride. Maybe motherfuckers want to hang inside. Maybe I'll get pulled over and it'll be something for fucking Latoris or whoever does clips these days. I don't even know. Fucking the cops will have their knee in my neck and shit. You know, I've had that happen to me, and I'm the whitest of white. Cop kneed me, and while my face was on the floor, it was totally like rubbed by the concrete, like I had road rash on my face for however long it took to heal after that incident. Which, by the way, I don't think that I deserved, but I wasn't the most cooperative with the police, you could say, because they were detaining me for something I hadn't done. I was walking down the block and some dickbag that I knew fucking ran past me and kicked over the garbage can that's on the corner of the avenue, and the garbage can was rolling around in the street with garbage strewn all over the place from within it. And as the cop was coming down the block, all he could see is me near the garbage can and the garbage can rolling, and he pulled up to me and demanded that I fucking come over and identify myself. And fucking, as I came over to the car, I went to lean in to say, "Officer, I didn't do that. Somebody ran past, blah, blah, blah," and he opened the door and hit me with the door. So at that point, I was kind of pissed when he got out and tried to put my hands behind my back. I just, broke away from his grip, and he didn't like that. So his partner came around the car and shoved her stick into my kidney, which I was pissing blood the next day from. And BMW fucking lives matter, man. I'm telling you, it wasn't fun or funny. And so there you go, black people. It happens to whitey too, for no good apparent reason. And I was trying to explain, I don't have to fucking show you my ID. I didn't do that garbage can. You didn't see me, because if you saw that garbage can getting kicked over, you would know it wasn't me. Dude in a fucking red coat ran by, and I am in a black coat. Sir, come here, you. Son, do you know what I'm stopping you for? Because I'm young and I'm white and my hair's pulled low. Yeah, I've had a couple of bad interactions with police officers, and good ones. But I probably could have complied first and then explained myself after, instead of being like, "You got the wrong guy, dude. I don't have to show you my life. I didn't do anything," when he's just trying to establish you're the closest to the rolling garbage can. I don't know. It's all about perspective, Legally, I shouldn't have to identify myself. There's no probable cause of a crime being committed. Police cannot just walk up to somebody and say, "Can I just see your ID? I'd like to identify you." That's illegal. That's not their job. It's not in their description. It's not part of the protocol. You know what I'm saying, right? And once you start, submitting and letting them do it, you lose those little bits of rights. You lose that leverage, that ground. And before you know it, they're knocking on your door saying, "Can I see who's in your house without a warrant?" You can't do that. The laws are in place for a reason. I just said that. What are you, a fucking echo low frequency? They can make shit up and stuff like that, but you're better off if you didn't do anything, just complying. I guess. I don't know. It's been my experience that I've had nothing but problems when I don't comply. I guess we're going for gas. Or maybe not. I don't know. Oh yeah, no, I just said that. That's exactly what I had just exclaimed to the people. To the people. Oh, look, Taurus. E-Rob announces Ice Poseidon on Twitch. Oh, see there. The Taurus is doing things. Hurry up, be the first one to leave a comment. Say Zolar sent you. Hurry up, get over there and do a comment. First, Zolar sent me. In the title of the stream from that doctor, old guy was living with a while back. Is the title on this stream? No, I thought I changed the title. What does it say? Am I going to make it back or some shit like that? What does it say? I'm retarded, so I probably didn't do the right thing. I probably didn't hit save. Or it doesn't say a new girl is coming. Because that's an old title. When I stop, I'll fix it, I guess. I don't even know what to write. Yeah, can we get home? That's my title. I wrote that. I don't know what else to write. So one time we fucking bought a car for my son, and with it was a Camaro with like an LSC motor from a Corvette, I guess. And you know, he looked at it, he took it for a test drive, he this, he that, kicked the tires around, decides, okay, I'm gonna buy it. And we get less than a mile from the house, and it starts like fucking misfiring and problematic and shit like that, you know? Do a burnout. Fucking so he's like, oh my god, I can't believe it, you know, this and that and the other thing, and fucking it turns out it was just literally blew a fuse that fucking made it fucking idle incorrectly or whatever. Oh, I guess I should get some fuel also. But it was like a bad omen, you know what I mean? Done, what up? How much did you say he paid for the BMW? I think like fucking $9,000. But anyway, now this car, he took it for a test drive, he kicked the tires, he did everything he can, he went even to, you know, the auto parts store and got a scanner and, you know, seen if there was any codes. We get it no more than a mile from the house. And fucking, you know, he's riding it, you know, changing gears hard, you know, it's got a turbo in it, and fucking check engine light comes on. We go back and fucking do the scan and look at it. Turns out fucking, he needed a fucking, coil. We just changed the coil on it. It fucking, every time we fucking get a car, something bad happens like that. Dude, you putting gas in here too? What? Like a quarter tank. Yeah, I think so. Fill it up anyway. Don't be a homo. You saved money.
What is it at?
Oh, it's half a tank. A little under a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have 100 on the highway just in that quick second. Didn't even shift or anything.
Alright, well, be careful. What's your favorites? I don't eat Slim Jims. Gas it up, homie. 93 octane. What's happening, Chief? Imagine getting triggered at what Howard Stern did back in the day. Well, you know, they're bagging everybody for doing it. Everybody's apologizing. What was it? Jimmy Fallon or one of those Jimmys on fucking late night TV did also, you know, and he had to get on. He was almost crying and shit like that. So it's whatever, dude. Nacho Cheese Slim Jim. Does your son look like Ray Romano? I don't know, does he? You do? Is money a beautiful thing?
Not anymore.
Hey, listen, you saved money that you didn't know you were going to save.
Now I'm spending it.
No, my father had blue eyes, and my son has blue eyes like my father. So, whatever that means. His genetics are a little different. He does look like me, though. Yeah, he's got to go into the store. They make you wear a mask. I don't know where you're at, but masks are still prevalente. Can't see. Oh, he's got the same nose as me. Yeah, he might look like Ray Romano without the mask. it's time to smoke some weed as soon as we get out of here. It's weed time. Carl. I love Carl. Yeah, my son's not a libtard, man. He's a pretty smart kid. He's not influenced by fucking jerk off opinions and shit like that. He has his own. He's not much for conspiracies. He's just, he didn't get my fucking crazy pushy genetics either. Like I'm very vocal and whatever stupidity I believe in, I'll fucking shout it from the rooftops. He's a pretty sensible guy. But my youngest daughter, she's like a snowflake, I think. I don't know. She's sensitive and, she's, wants to fucking represent for the LGBTQ and the Black Lives this and suck my asshole that and whatever. It's all good, though. It's all good. Lit up, homie.
Did some voodoo witchcraft. He's like, oh, I worked in an ER. Let me see your hand. I'm like, okay.
What happened to your hand?
My hand hurts.
He touched you?
Yeah.
Gay, man.
And he goes, tighten up the muscle, and he squeezes this.
Oh, I could have told you that.
Yeah, I did it.
Did it work? Now, this guy's coming out to tell him take 2 of each. Fucking talking to... The guy who put a pressure point here, you ever hear of that, where you got a headache? Oh, let me see the audio thing. Maybe we can make the audio better. Settings. Audio source. It's on the best, which is the camera. No. Back to you guys. What about Carl again? I like watching Carl. Maybe you misunderstood. I don't even know maybe you're talking to somebody in the chat room. I don't know. I like Carl though. Carl's crazy though. I'm surprised he doesn't get his ass kicked more often. But he's willing to really put himself out there. Stream with Carl? No way. No way. He's too dangerous. If he ever ran into a guy like me and pissed me off and I wasn't laughing, he'd be so beat up. He couldn't run far enough from me. You know what I mean? I mean, now that I know him, I wouldn't be pissed off or offended. I'd laugh. But if he caught me off guard and pulled some stupid shit, the beat down. Like if I was there at the parade and he was like, can you push that truck over? Or, look at the glass. It's so pretty. Doesn't it make you want to break it? Trying to incite people's stupidity. I would have beat the literal piss out of him. It wouldn't be content because it'd be very sad. I'm just not that. I'm not that guy you want stomping all over you. Arrived late and chatting on stream. I thought you said your son was Carl. Oh, no. 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 Thank God. Oh, my God. Imagine that. What's the status, Gladys?
I gotta take a piss.
Man, you're a real pisser. Yo, you want to move your car out of the pump?
Yeah.
Let other people get a chance to get in there, dude. saying? It's only right. Can't be taking up the whole fucking place. I can't believe I forgot the beat. Can you believe I forgot the beat? Can you flip over a 20-ton semi-truck, Zolar? No. But 20 or 30 people can. I'm pretty sure 20 or 30 people can. Hurry up, little tinkle boy. Jesus Christ. Oh, he hit the remote and the mirror is folded in and the window's shut. That's pretty cool. On his little BMW. I got these so it doesn't smell like weed on the inside of the car. You think cops are fooled by this? You fucking dick fuck cube. You motherfucker. Do I look 65 for real? I'm very fucking, what do you call it? Vain. Don't say that about me, man. That's why I don't come on, because people are going to make fun of me and call me grandpa, and I'm never going to have a good time hanging out because everybody's going to call me grandpa. You're going to give me a complexual. A homosexual complexual. I don't have to tinkle, no. You scumbag. Low frequency. I thought old people have prostate issues. No, not me. Not me, man. Fucking, I regularly ejaculate before I go to bed every night. And then I urinate. And then I go to sleep. And then I don't piss again until I wake up in the morning. If Carl ever started up his podcast show again, would you be up for it if he gave you... Oh, yeah, no doubt. I don't mind doing audibly, you know, video from home type thing. I would hang out with him and do his gig in the street. He doesn't... I don't know. I have a way of navigating around cringe. His is much less subtle. I feel uncomfortable. Which is why I like to watch him. That's not for me, because guaranteed I will fight. I'm not the running type. You know what I mean? Like I'll be like fucking, you know, playing chicken right up to the point where you're fighting. You know what I mean? I don't do the back off. I crash direct, you know, head on. It's a terrible thing, but whatever. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah? But yeah, I'd collaborate and converse with him and all that crap. I don't mind that. You know, he's got a weird mind. I like that. I might not even get him. You know, like he might be too complex for me. I'm not as cerebral as him. He knows a lot of things too. Yes, I'm Chicken Andy's dad. No, I'm a Zolar. I used to do a webcast called Zolar Vision back in the day. It was a live prank call show where the audience got to call in and participate in the show and request numbers to be pranked and all that stuff. And then DJ owned this channel. And before he left to reestablish his dominance to the world, he gave me the stream key for this. And I was planning on going out, you know, live streaming in my way. And then, I don't know. pandemic hit, and I figured, fuck it, what are you gonna do now? Go out and be annoying to people when they're already annoyed. That's a fight a minute. Yes, I was one of DJ's mods, but I know him for a long time. I knew him from back in the day on Battlecam, when he used to go on there and try to be a part of eccentric billionaire Alki David was throwing money at people who were doing weird things. Like, I found somebody to get a tattoo of the website across their forehead. I also found somebody who got one down their face here, and Alki paid them like $10,000 and shit. You were on BC2, Toothless, yes. You're one of the OGs of the OGs, bro. Great guy. Always willing to be the brunt of a joke, as well as dish it out to others too, man. You didn't mind that people would goof on you and try to troll you. That's what made you as good as you are, man. I mean, you know what I mean? You took it like it was supposed to be taken, where some people would fucking cut themselves over somebody fucking making fun of them. You know, they would literally, people were so fucking butthurt back in the day. They would bash their head into a wall from some of the shit that they were receiving online. It was amazing to see that happen. That was an amazing era right there. People would do. One guy fucking on my show took a steak knife from the kitchen, and he had like a gauge in his tongue, like a 0 gauge, a big hole in his tongue. He put the knife in the hole and then proceeded to cut outward and split his tongue in half on my show, just for recognition. No prizes. I mean, I think I got him a small prize, but not really much. It was like fucking $500, which I'm sure he was going to do it anyway, and $500 was a lot of money to him. But I mean, really, think about it. You're going to cut your tongue in half for fucking $500 on a dare? No. And then we had one guy who cut his nipple off, and I had him eat it. He was on somebody else's show, my friend's show. I don't know if it was Lucifer or whoever it was. He took over after I stopped doing the dares, and he took over for it. He was better for it. He was Lucifer. And the guy cut off his nipple. He held it with a pliers, and then he took the razor blade and cut off the nubbin. Just the nubbin. And I was like, yeah, that's great, but I kind of got in here late. I said, and I kind of missed the whole lead up. I'd like to see you do it to the other nipple just to even them out. And I suggested that he do both nipples, which he did. But that wasn't even far enough, because I'm the master of fucking planning it out. And I'm like, dude, if you really want to be infamous, you got to eat the nubbins. And he did. He ingested the fucking nipple nubbins. See the Doritos back there? Yeah, they're his. I forgot to give it to him, but he's ahead of me. There he is in the Beamer. So yeah, he literally had to take off all the fucking engine cover and the fucking, to get to the fucking number fucking 5 coil, pull it out and replace it right here on the go. See, some people might not know how to do that, you know what I mean? But he saw the code, he figured out what it needed, got the part, and replaced it. I'm gonna fucking give him an A+. Oh, here he is, speak of the devil. Yeah, self-cannibalism. Quite the story, huh? And Fat Toothless could tell you how true it is. Show it. Show it. Where was it?
I fucking knew it.
Where was it?
And it was in the same spot, but I knew it was there.
Imbecilic. Just as I'm giving him praise on how he could do shit on the fly and what a good fucking mechanic he's an imbecile. Now we probably both got fucking flat tires. That's all we need is for a cop to come in. Yo guys, alright? How come you have the same license plate on two vehicles? Why does your car smell like marijuana, sir? Hey! What an odd time to think, what did I do with the old coil? I mean, how does that just come to you out of nowhere? I really do believe it's because I was talking about it. And that's fucking basically... connection that things have. Particles. Me there. It's cray. Or it's just the weed. You smoke too? It's okay. I don't remember not smoking. I've been smoking since before, guaranteed, before I'm a teenager. At 12 and 13, I had already been smoking marijuana. Never stopped. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to say it didn't fuck me up, I'm not stupid, but I think I am a little stupider because of it. Not enough stupid to make me upset. Just a little stupider. Rhonda! Help me! Oh man, Trippy. He's a smoker too. Fascist. Keeps forgetting that I'm fucking in this goddamn fucking truck. Doesn't go as fast as that Beamer. Alright, one more little puff of doodle out of this, and then I'll close the window with the noise. I wish I knew how to fucking turn on the speech to text so I could just hear what you guys are writing. It's hard to hone in while you're driving. Doritos are gonna get eaten. You should never have pointed them out. Alright. Let the pot smell out of the car. It sucks that we're fucking trapped in this travel fucking like bubble here. It can only go so fast. There should be some way. I was to get from one state to this state. There should be another way. It's horrible. I mean, not an hour in the car, okay. 2 hours, yikes, it's starting to get. 3 hours is like, get the fuck. 4 hours is like, what am I doing here? And 5 hours or more is like, I'm not doing this ever again. I'm just not, I don't know. I just don't know. I should take you to nice places. I do have some good places in store. But I was thinking more like on the lines of the biker get-togethers where they all fucking run like marauders through the streets and shit that's happening in Manhattan. But not too many events are happening now. We got all screwed out of that. No, I'm not in New York. I'm on my way out of New Hampshire, heading back to Staten Island, New York. My son just bought this fucking car off of somebody. One in this lane right in front of us. Paperwork on the car. Just took the fucking front plate off of this car and just stuck it on there. Otherwise, we would have had to rent a fucking U-Haul with a trailer on it for a car. And drive the car up on the trailer and drive the U-Haul all the way back. And those things don't even go 5 miles an hour. And you're lucky if they go 65, which is the speed limit right now. Yeah, I could have taken the stream down to the police action, but to tell you the truth, the only action there was that one night where everybody started looting. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of people screaming and contracting the COVID virus. And in about 2 weeks from right now, you're going to see the numbers spike up in fucking New York City to, X amount of cases where it hasn't been that in however long it's been. Now, we've been at good numbers, but guaranteed there was some virus spreading going on in there, and that's the only reason why I didn't go. Because I smoke so much. I'm such a fucking smoker that I probably have maybe less than half of my lung capacity. If I catch the corona, I'm dead. That'd be fun to stream. I would stream that for you. You guys get to watch me die. Because there'd be no other reason to fucking... nothing else cool to do while you're dying. You can't breathe, you can't do anything. It's not like you're watching TV just waiting to rot away. You're dying. You're like fucking slow drowning. It's like no air. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I originally got my Crown Vic from an auction. But the thing is you have to have a guy who is certified to buy at an auction. You can't just walk into an auction like, okay, I'm gonna bid. So, yeah. Back in the day, though, don't get me wrong, I have gone to auctions where I was the bidder myself. I won a Ford Contour for like next to nothing back then, and it was only like 4 years old. It was beautiful for the price I paid for it. Was like next to nothing. It wasn't the greatest car, a Ford Contour, but like winning it at auction at like, I think I got it for $1,800, but it was only like 4 years old. It was great. Loved it. Copper kills viruses. No. You're wrong. Sorry to say. And I hate to sound like a fucking schmug little know-it-all, but copper holds onto germs less than other materials. Okay? So, in other words, the virus does not live on it as long as other materials, like your shirt or slate, or that's why they used to make door handles out of copper, because everybody touches the door handle. Things don't live as long on the copper. It doesn't kill, it just, they don't live as long. So that's, I guess, one way of looking at it. If anything, it slowly kills them, very slowly. It just doesn't give them the ability to stay alive long enough to pass it along to the next sucker. One of the lowest carrying rates of all metals and other surfaces. So if you have like a copper thing in your hand and you rub your hand around on it and stuff like that, you transfer the germs onto the copper, giving it less of a chance of living. I guess you could consider that copper killing germs, but not immediately. Yes, do not inhale the copper dust, Donald. Donald Trump says, do that. Inhale copper dust. You'll live forever. Don't think that hasn't been tried. Egyptians ingest gold. Actually, there's a temperature that if you heat gold up to this temperature, it turns into a dust, per se, and that dust is supposed to be like, I don't know, it has life-changing properties. It will alter your DNA. It's an alchemy thing, but I don't know the whole procedure. But if you look into it, you'll find out. It's probably out there. Google it. But yeah. Gold turns into a certain kind of dust, and what's happening, Floyd? But anyway, yeah, I usually know something about what I'm talking about, but not all of it, so it'll give you enough of an idea to go do your research, though. And it's not easy to reach that temperature either. And it's funny, the gold is not lost when it reaches that temperature. I don't know, there's a whole bunch of like magical fucking properties it has when it reaches that temperature. Whatever that is. Whatever that is. I don't even know where we are. If you catch one of those signs and can look it up and tell me what state I'm in. I am so bad at directions and where I am in the world. It was almost like a godsend when they came out with GPS. And now the Waze app that tells you where cops are and where food is and gaps. I've become so much dumber since technology has fucking become smarter. I love it. Love it. Who needs to fucking store all that senseless information in your head? Seriously. Could you imagine fucking retaining trigonometry? Third. What's happening, Third? driving from New Hampshire to Staten Island. The car in front of me has no I don't know, fucking paperwork on it. Like it's not registered or anything like that. So I just threw a plate from this truck I'm driving on it, and we're trying to slip through 5.5 hours worth of driving without getting noticed by the cops, because motor vehicle is not available during the fucking pandemic. We couldn't get a fucking... Oh, but if you look up in Maine, the governor or whatever it is fucking put something online, like you can get the PDF file for it, that absolves you from having to pay for temporary plates at this time, as long as you have this letter that he's put on PDF file and the proper paperwork for the car, like the title and the fact that you just got the bill of sale today. You could transport it today. So, but we're not in fucking Maine. We're in New Hampshire. So I don't know. I don't know what happened in Seattle with Chaz. I'm not up on it. I've been very remiss as far as following the goings on, because it's just very aggravating. It's, my belief that it's the police force should have, self-fucking regulated over the years. I mean, in New York, we have a police commissioner who's black. We have high-ranking officials that are of color, and these people, amongst the other good white police officers, should fucking weed out the racists and all that stuff. So it makes me aggravated when they blame the police, because I like the police, even though I've been fucked over by the police, but I was acting the fool and thuggish. But I don't know what happened with Seattle and Chaz. I mean, maybe I do, and I just don't realize what you're talking about because I just smoked. Pretty dumb, dude. But I can tell you my opinion, but opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. All I wish is that, people would be less reluctant to point out, their peers or their co-workers or their educated, and, let the investigations come to fruition. Let them be public. Let everything go by the books. There is no way that there should be racist cops or power tripping cops, because you don't only have the racist cops, you got black cops that are on a power trip too. Demand respect and sir this, because that's the way they're taught when they're trained. Everybody should be respectful and look in my eye, and there's certain ways about you. Like if a cop shines a flashlight in your face and you go like this and look at them in the flashlight, you're on drugs or you're on alcohol or something like that. When somebody shines a motherfucking flashlight in your face, remember this if you're on drugs or alcohol next time, and that happens. Block your eyes and squint, retard. That's the natural reaction. That's what they want to see. Your natural reaction. You don't stare into it like, yeah, look at me, my eyes are fine. You know what I'm saying? You watch motherfuckers who get their light. They're kind of looking like, yeah, here's my eyes, officer. No, get that fucking light out of my face. What are you doing? Trying to blind me? Oh, yeah, with the police zone. Yeah, of course it can happen. It happens. You know what I mean? Fucking retarded shit happens. Nobody's used to having to deal with fucking the public or the mass crowds acting up, or, you want to establish a perimeter, which is the softest way to go. Sometimes you shoot those fucking bullets at the ground, they ricochet up and they hit somebody in the eyeball. Shit happens, dude. And I'll tell you one thing. That's why you don't want to be there. There's other ways to get your word out. It's by electing the officials correctly. You got to get your people together with their fucking priorities straight and vote in your fucking representatives. You know what I mean? In this case, you have like mayors that are saying, yeah, it's been brought to light with these riots. We're going to take into consideration. That's almost like saying, I'm going to deal with fucking hostage situations. Like, we don't deal with fucking hostage situations in the military, like, we don't deal with that, like, you can't take somebody in demand, you surrender, the person's expecting to die. This is not how you deal with the public. It's got to be managed properly. And how does that happen? By fucking trial and error. That's it. And if you want to be a guinea pig, be out there in that crowd when fucking people start fucking trying to establish perimeters and shit. You're gonna be sorry. Karma, what's happening? For those who don't know who the fuck I am, this guy DJ, if you know him, he lent me his channel, I guess. He gave me the stream key for this. A long time ago, used to be a webcaster where I would do a show live and people would call in and I would do pranks for them, or just talk like we're talking now, but I'd have the ability to have them, like, say on Skype. In this day and age we would do Zoom and I'd figure out who was cool, and we'd have reoccurring guests as well as new people coming in all the time, and we'd find out little stories here and share little stories there, and funny whimsical fucking things, and also do pranks. And then the community would grow, and then we'd have people to talk about, like Ice or Brandon or fucking Scuff Jim Carrey or fucking all the people that you watch on your live streams and stuff like that. It was like one of the places where the viewers could come and talk about all the other shows going on, and then we did some prank phone calls as well, live. And you look it up, Solar Vision, on YouTube, and you could see like some clips that other people, none of those channels are mine, other people have stolen my material. I don't think they got very far with them. I don't see a successful channel that looks like it's profiting, and neither was mine. So that's basically why fucking I couldn't do it anymore. The people that were helping me do editing were really working. The people that were helping me look for phone numbers that would answer, because when people donate phone numbers, they're like, sometimes they didn't answer, so you have to have backup numbers that are guaranteed to answer, so I had people doing things for the show, and they would like to have been compensated, and after a while it becomes a job and nobody's getting compensated for it. This day and age now, the ability with, like, say for instance Streamlabs right here that I'm on, you can hit the link at the description and go and put in fucking $5 and say, hey man, it was fun driving with you, and everybody would get to see it and we know who you are, so you get to interact. So that wasn't available for the streamer back then, and it became fucking really hard for us to maintain a good stream when people were reluctant to do it for nothing. You know what I mean? For 5 years, then 10 years. I went through a couple of different editors, a couple of different fucking, people in the background who would remotely access my desktop, where I would sit in front of my desktop, and they would remotely access my desktop, and I would do the pranks, and I would do like the audio only, but they would find all the background that you were watching, and like if I was talking about a video that somebody had brought up in the chat, like that was on YouTube or a fail, and then we would look at it, they would be bringing it up on my computer, so I didn't have to worry about how to do all that stuff, which everybody does for themselves these days, and it's pretty damn simple. But I'm a retard, so I needed somebody to run that shit for me. I'd say, oh, all right, fucking, somebody wants us to do a prank to a Dunkin' Donuts, and then before I got the next words out of my mouth, the guy on my computer was already fucking on my fucking Google Voice, which we call from in the computer, with the number ready to go. And I'd say, okay, let's call now, and boom, he would call. So my show was that. Have I talked to Jennifer? You like my Maud hairdo? I cut this myself, actually. Fucking barbers aren't available here still in New York. Anyway, Jennifer who? I don't know what you're talking about, like Alki David's wife, Jennifer, or you're just making reference to the character Jennifer that I used to do when I did the girl's voice. T-Bird, I don't know who you're talking about. I mean, Jen. I know a lot of Jens, believe it or not. Panzer Army. My man Adolf Hitler on steroids. Been around for a long time too. The bird. Remember when I used to do that? The bird. Damn, this driver's fucking killing my hiney cheeks. And I feel like having a cigarillo. When I'm bored like this, I like to smoke my cigarettos. And I'm feeling hungered. Oh. Yeah, no, I have not spoken to her. She's out of the relationship with Alki. I mean, you know, like, I think I might have messaged her on Insta, but she's mad busy. She's got her own business. She's together with some girl named Danielle. They're very, very happy together and make a cute couple. Danielle's like a dude. She's a very butch chick. And Jen got her breast implants taken out. I only know all of this because she puts it all on Insta. So this is public information. But no, we don't talk. We're not friends. I mean, she knows who I am. She mentioned, when she was live, I wrote in the chat. She was like, oh yeah, Solar, I know him for many years. I went to her wedding actually with Alki, but we didn't become friendly, obviously, like that we stayed in touch with each other. Although we're both from New York, she's from Long Island, not far from where I live. I was gonna say he's pulling over, but no, it's an exit. I was talking to you guys lighting a cigarette. I almost ran into him. Yeah, no, Adolf is not me. There used to be a guy on my show that used to be So Hitler. I don't know if it's the same one, but I remember the name. And I thought it was because of my name being Zolar, and he was saying that I was like Hitler or something, you know, but I never threw him out because of it or anything like that. But it turns out that it has nothing to do with my name. I forgot the exact reasoning why he had the name, but it had nothing to do with me. Oh, when he met... Oh, is that who that is? Really? That was the guy that they thought was me? I remember seeing that guy. He was funny. And Goo was really happy to meet him? Is that what you're talking about? I saw that. I saw that stream. I like that guy. Yes, I saw that. I was in the roomie. Now look at the back of the car. Is one of his brake lights out? Can you give me see? You see on the right hand side, it's not fully extended all the way around like the other light. Am I correct? Oh, Adolf Hitler on steroids. I like you. You live in New York. Let's get together. Let's stream and fucking have some fun. You look like a nice guy. You were really low key. I like that. Actually, fucking. Yeah, you looked really low key. I like that. You were funny. So if the light is out, put a 1 in the room. If he's missing a bulb on one of his brake lights, right? He was scuffed Zolar. I think he was unscuffed version of me. What was he wearing? Like a almost like a Hawaiian shirt or something. Real casual, like open 3 buttons and shit. The hair was long. Oh yeah, he's got a bulb out. Thank you, Floyd. I told him that at the auto parts store, and I even stepped on the brake, and he was like, "No, that bulb is out for sure. That's a guarantee." chilling on the skateboard. Yeah, see, I got a skateboard too. It's in the trunk of my car. I bring it everywhere I go. Sheldon's Harley Davidson. Where is that? Where am I? Springfield? Where am I going? Where am I? On West 20. Sheldon's Harley Davidson on West 20. Somebody tell me where I am. What state am I in? State of confusion for sure. I'm not seeing any chat moving, chilling on the skateboard's the last thing I see. Blasting, what's up, bro? Meerkat. Anybody who doesn't know who I am, this was DJ's channel, yes. He gave me the stream key, Zolar Vision, look it up, I did a prank call show. The end. Somebody write something in the chat because my chat's stuck. If I don't see something, I'll have to restart the stream. Okay, thank you. I see the chat moving, you just weren't talking. I get it. I'm starving, man. I should do a mass on band? How do you do that? Do I have to go to the YouTube channel for that? When I pull over, I'll do it. I think the BMW's 2010. I'm not sure. But it's had work done to it, like everything has been modified or something. Like he's got the twin turbo in it. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm not a car guy. He's a car guy. Like I said, he used to actually work for BMW. Yeah, it's his, not mine though. I'm stuck with a fucking Mercury Grand Marquis. Mine's a 09 Mercury Grand Marquis. But that shit is mad comfortable, and I put a double din fucking head in there, nice stereo system, fucking with the DVD player, you know. I got a backup camera and everything on display. Fucking it's lovely, and it's a it's an ultimate edition, so it has like the wood grain steering wheel and heated seats, and it even has a button where like you could make the pedals sink into the floor further away from you, so you could lounge back or bring them closer for somebody short like me. Actually, I bring my chair back and then I bring the pedals up to me. They're good on gas. 325i it is, I guess. Not even sure. My Crown Vic, my Grand Marquis, I got rid of the Crown Vic. I used to have a Crown Vic, which is the lower end version of the same exact car. Same body type, basically. Everything is the same. Except for the amenities, like, heated leather seats and fucking all of that crap. But, yeah, it's a big change. So I love the fucking Grand Marquis because it's like literally being on your couch, like the most comfortable couch you ever sat on. The seats are nice and plush, and they have like the thing where the airbag blows up for your back and stuff. Everything is nice. Many positions to recline in, and it's really cool. Fucking, so when you're in that, you're literally driving a couch. It's not, and it has a 4.6 liter engine. It's just a boat. It's a big car, but the 4.6 liter engine is pretty strong. Like, I move in that shit. How many hours do I got left to drive? Holy Christ. That's why I told you to look at the Harley Davidson place, and because that's what I was wondering. I'm going from here to Staten Island. I think I got at least 3.5 hours. How long have I been in the car only? I don't even know. I try not to even think about it. That's how fucking it's aggravating. I said to my son, dude, don't you have any fucking friends? That's what friends are for. It's like, no, what if this guy tries to screw me? That's a lot of money. I got cash. I said, oh, what am I, a fucking loaded pistol now? No, but you're not going to let anybody rob me. That's for sure. I can't count on anybody else. That's nice. So he brought me for protection. But he had all intentions of fucking putting that on a U-Haul, on the trailer behind a U-Haul, and fucking bringing it back that way. I kind of talked him into this, so I'm hoping to God that you don't get pulled over and they confiscate the fucking car, because that would suck. Dr. DDD. I wish it was DJ. I haven't heard from him. I wrote like a text to the numbers that he has, but I'm sure he's under agreement with his relatives that he's not going to do anything and have any contact with any of the people. So he's just doing the right thing, which that in all actuality, because that's best case scenario, and I applaud him for that. And that was always what I said to him. I always said that to him. I always said, dude, drop off the fucking internet like a ghost and come back when you have fucking full control of your money and your residence and you have a vehicle, and everybody will still be here even if it takes fucking 5 years. When you come back, they'll somehow get wind of it and come back to see you. And I'm sure you'll be just as interesting, but have more control over your fucking finances and your living arrangements and your fucking mindset. That was my advice always. No matter how much he was great entertainment while he was deteriorating, that wasn't good for me. I liked him as a person. I knew he was just caught up in the bullshit, and that's what happens. Drugs be doing that shit to people. Make you think that you're in control and you're not. And he would have squandered away, if not all, a great portion of, if he had million. If he had $4 million, he would have got ripped off or squandered it in some way. Most of it, if not all of it. So whoever you know, had control over him, did the right thing, and didn't give up. And now he's on the path to recovery, I'm assuming, and hoping, actually. I'm just hoping. I'm in Massachusetts. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Got to play the villain part, but it just came supernatural to him though. He was good at it. You know, he could be good to you as long as you're doing good to him, but the second you fucking get him as an enemy, he's a nightmare. I just wanted to help him any way I could. It ain't easy being sleazy. And that's for cheesy, ma. Easy. You think Snoop Dogg could fucking throw me a copyright infringement for that? Ain't he something, Snoop Dogg? For being an admitted fucking pimp and drug dealer and shit before he became famous and coming up in the street and still pimping. Now he's with fucking Martha Stewart doing TV and all of that, commercials. He represents, even though he's an admitted pimp, you know, who people would say a pimp is a human trafficker, basically. You know, you have women that you're in control of. They don't get their own money. Every dollar, he said, came to him. Every dollar. He bought them nice stuff. He put them up in nice places to live. They went out to nice places. They ate nice food. But they didn't have $1 of what they made hustling for him, the pimp. But it's okay. Society's okay with that. And he's a representative on commercials where he's an influencer to the youth even. A pimp. There's some crazy fucking double standards going on out there these days. Look like a Crown Vic. This is my son's other car I'm driving. It's like a Mazda something or another. And that there is a BMW he just bought. My Crown Vic is home. Code Cracker, how the fuck you been, my brother? From another mother, all that time ago, when we used to have the flow. If I had it now, it would be like go, go, go. I could be doing it, screwing it, putting that shit right through, and it would be insane to the brain. No one would complain. Day. I would stream every day, Code Cracker, but it's just, you know, this would be it. It'd be me driving somewhere and talking shit, this and that. I don't have any production going on. I need somebody to be in production for me. Like, hey, Zola, this is what's going on. We need you to go here, and you're gonna fucking take. I have the equipment to do some great IRL. I have a wireless microphone that hooks right up to my telephone. I could be a fucking 50 yards away, and you could be filming, and my audio comes clear right to the fucking stream. I have that. I have fucking beautiful fucking selfie stick with fucking tripod action. I have LED lighting for night. I have extra battery pack. I just don't have anybody to help me with, you know, producing and shit like that. Like I can go out and do a Carl fucking stream, but that's just too dangerous, man. You know, somebody's gonna fucking want to get fucking too stupid, and I'm gonna get physical. I can't be getting arrested. You know, that's just fucking nonsense at this point. And literally, fucking, last summer, I was helping some people fucking who were new to Brooklyn, you know, like hipsters, and they were doing the thing they saw in the movies where you throw sneakers up and they get caught on the above lighting wires that go across the streets, and you know, you ever see that in the movies? They were throwing it up there, and so I watched them. I was recording them on Snapchat, and finally they were about to give up, and I said, now, I didn't want to interrupt your moment because you're having your Brooklyn moment. I'm sure you saw that in the movie. I'm from Brooklyn. This is my neighborhood for all these years. I grew up here. I said, if you want to see how it's done, I'll show you. Now, before I did that, I thought in my mind, look at these motherfuckers. When I was young, you had to earn the right to do that. That was like, you know, your block, your sneakers. That was your sign to other people that you did something here, you know, like dealt drugs. This is where you could find it, whatever it was. How dare they come in here and think that they're so entitled without having to live the lifestyle first. I could have taken that approach, but I didn't. I thought, oh, how romantic this must be for them. It was a man and a woman, you know, young people. And they explained when I was nice to them too, which is what I decided to do. Not go the rowdy route and ask them who the fuck they thought they were for doing such a thing in my neighborhood. So anyway, they openly accept my fucking intrusion, and I grab the sneakers and I throw them up once, I throw them up twice, I throw them up 3 or 4 times, and they were throwing them up like a football, and I held one sneaker and let them kind of twist on the way up, and I missed like, I don't know, maybe 5-6 times, and on the 6th time, some dude walked by and pulled an attitude like I was telling you I could have had, but did not. I opted not to have this attitude. He says to me, who the fuck do you think you are throwing sneakers up there? Fucking, you know how long I lived in this? He went through almost the same exact scenario I was thinking in my mind when I was watching. So I said to him, I said, evidently you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, because I grew up in this neighborhood 5 blocks from here. And as I was saying it, I was walking towards him, and when I got close enough, I went like this to him, like I was gonna do something, and he fucking like sprinted backwards and got real scared. And I laughed out loud. I went, you're a pussy, you fucking pussy. I said, look at you, you fucking pussy. And he started walking toward me, so I went like this again, and he was close enough to take his fucking water bottle and go and splash it right in my fucking face with the glasses all over me. He got it all over me, and I was pissed. So as he went like this, he turned around and ran, which then made me run right after him. And as I was running toward him, catching up, he grabbed, like, you know, like we were running down the street of an avenue, like, you know, with stores on the left and right, but it was at night. Anyway, he grabs a pole that, you know, like where they put signs on for like the parking meter, you know, like with information on it, and he's running away from me, but now he grabs the pole and does like a Batman swing around the pole facing me. But like, I'm a fighter, I've fought, I've lived in these streets. I immediately put my fist straight out to where I thought his face was going to be, and sure enough, Connection City with the temple. Wow! And fucking he goes down to his knees. Now, mind you, kind of like still coming into him because I'm only arm's length away. And as he goes down to his knees, he kind of grabs behind on my legs, behind my knees, and pulls me to where I come down, like bang, 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 and I start punching down, raining blood on this fucking motherfucker. But now I'm on my knees with my shorts on, and the skin is fucking being abrased. Not that I felt it, but afterwards. So that was my only damage, is my knees were heavily abrased, and this guy caught the lumps of his life. The lumps of his life. So anyway, this is not what I want for my stream, is where the story was going. What was the point? So what? That is the point. I don't want to fucking, you know, because if you say something stupid or lash out at me or throw water on me, which in retrospect could have been a fucking bottle of acid, and he was just waiting for the first mouthy cocksucker, which is me. to splash acid on. Good cheese can't keep herself. You've been saying that about DJ. You have to wait until the stream to come back. Yeah. Well, anyway, so those are my whimsical stories and how I spin a yarn and tell a tale. So anyway, I was very, very tired after that interaction. Me running maybe 100 feet and then throwing those punches. I was completely winded, and if he wasn't incapacitated and needed to be fended off further, I might not have had the ability to do so with all the smoking that I do. So it's a good thing I demolished him in those 30 seconds. And you know what the most disappointing part of that whole thing, other than my knees getting all scraped up? The fucking hipsters that I was throwing. As I ran toward him originally, I threw them up, and they caught onto the line. The hipsters caught that, and see me running away, not even knowing that I got them on the fucking pole. I got them on the wire. They yell, "Oh yeah!" And then the 10-second Snapchat ended, and they didn't re-snap the fucking fight. They didn't record the fucking fight. That's what made me the maddest. They were holding my phone while I was throwing the sneakers, and they were recording me throw the sneakers up. And when the sneakers wrapped around, they got that, but it was at the very end of the snap where they were like, "You got it!" And I was literally not even looking. I was heading toward the guy who had thrown the fucking water on me. It was something else. This was your channel. Why, you want the channel back, dude? Is that what you want? You wanna you want me to give you the stream key? Like, this was your channel? You could, I mean, I wouldn't want to hurt your feelings or anything like that, but I think DJ owned the channel. I know he made it for you. I didn't wipe off the DDD fucking emblem or whatever it is you call it, the banner, but I didn't think you were looking to stream, or I wasn't looking to develop the channel unless I saw some interest in it. You know what I mean? Like, I'd light it up every now and again and see who fucking jumps on and who knows me. And if anybody's like, "Yeah, Zola, I'd like to help. I can help you in this manner. I'll edit your videos, or I'll fucking take any highlights out and make a YouTube video of it, or, you know, whatever." 3 more hours to go. Thank you for fucking making me upset. 3 hours. Can you imagine? That's fucking killer. That is killer. Why is my phone at 50%? Is this thing charging at the same time, or it doesn't do that? Yeah, it says cable charging. When you got 5150, yeah, I didn't think that. I mean, I didn't laugh at you when you know, the cops came, and I watched that. I felt bad for you because you were serious. You know, first of all, you were drunk, right? Or whatever it was that you're on, or you did, or I don't know. You were impaired. But personally, I wasn't happy for that. I mean, does it make good content? Yes, I was riveted. But I felt bad. I felt bad for you, bro. liked you. I liked, you know, your wisdom was nice. You know, I mean, you know, you had your idiosyncrasies also, which makes you unique. So you can't hate on that. You know, you're a little bit of a character, whether you know it or not. Even in your wardrobe. Weren't you wearing like a robe at one point? And then you had your cowboy hat. You had, you know, some more Asian influenced garb or something. I don't remember exactly everything, but you were interesting, most definitely. Would you be a good streamer? Would kids flock to you or whatever? I mean, I'm not the one to fucking say. But yeah. Just past the guy, no helmet on. Wow, my stomach's starting to hurt because I'm hungry. Yeah, man, there's something wrong with my phone. It's not charging. I'm losing. I was at 50%, now it's at 49. Something's going on, man. Fucking, it should be charging. Let me get rid of Waze. Get rid of that. And your sword, yes. Drink more water to quench and quell the acids in my stomach because I'm hungry. And when you chew gum, it sets off the acids even more, because when you're chewing, your mind is now saying, oh, I'm about to receive some substance. Let me get ready by, you know, amping up the acids to digest it. See, Dr. D, you're not the only smart one in town. Son's calling. Hold on. I don't know if you were able to hear what he was talking about. He said, but the car is not getting the same amount of power as it was originally getting. But that's because fucking we had a change. What came up in the code was one coil. You can't just throw one coil in. You gotta when that happens, you got to change out all the coils. So they're probably all breaking down in succession. All right, Dr. D, see you next time. I look like your dad? Thank you, Edgar. That means you got a good-looking dad. Look at this guy. I'm so good-looking. What do you mean I just look like I could be your dad because I'm so old? Does your dad look like Ray Romano? Because people are saying I look like Ray Romano. I don't know, Poe. Let me know, Poe. What you say, yo? Daddy, yo. Oh, oh. Alright, we got a Porsche Carrera. Bad he's not getting the performance that he was expecting out of the car after he just fucking spent fucking $9 grand. That's a lot of money, yo. I don't know how good the view is for you guys. I don't know if the quality's still there or if I got throttled. When I drop time, baby, again, me when I little better. Mamma mia, fear I wrong. Less than 3 hours to go. Will we make it home without getting detected by the authorities? And if people were interested. I would like to do like a little bit of a variety show where people who have talent would come on and display that talent, whether it be singing or fucking, whatever it is, they come on and display their talent, and we showcase them, and then we talk to people, and you know, other than, you know, the IRL when I bring the stream out to events and stuff like that, and then I know a couple of people who have been in the limelight, no current stars like somebody relevant, but might be able to dig out a few oldies for fun. do shit like that. Wow, I wonder what that car is. It looks like, I don't know, is it? Oh no, it's the Carrera. Wow. I'm so hungry, I'm looking, fucking, seeing things. It looked like a fucking Lotus. Anybody remember what a Lotus looked like? Overpass. I wonder what they're looking for up there. On the left of the truck, there's other police vehicles. What the fuck are they looking for? Eat those Doritos. Yep. Spit out the gum that makes you more hungry. Dorito. Dorito. Enjoy. Here you go. No, not from upstate. I'm coming back from fucking New Hampshire. My son bought a BMW. A used BMW. I'm following him. Because of the pandemic, fucking COVID. Get fucking temporary plates, so the car is not fucking registered. So we're trying to slide through a 5.5-hour drive without getting detected. And here we are. With Carl. Carl doesn't do good streams when he's with somebody else. He's only good on his own. Other characters with Carl are too inhibiting to him. Unless he has somebody he likes, you know, like a friend of his or whatever it is. But even then, it's kind of awkward. So Carl likes, or at least Carl is a much more interesting streamer alone. I kind of think I'm way too alpha for him anyway. Alright, King, I'm sure you're gone, but I forgot to say, see ya. Enjoy yourself. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. I guess we're heading towards Connecticut at this point because, see that sign says Hartford? That's in Connecticut. I know we're not there, but I don't know where we is. Did I quit streaming? What's happening, Dempsey Dog? I would start streaming if there were people interested in, you know, my channel and shit like that. If it was, you know, hopping. But I can't. It's basically because, like, I'm inept when it comes to anything technical. I can only do the content. I need somebody to make sure that it's documented, in other words, recorded. Then I need to have it edited, in other words, make clips to run the YouTube channel and make banners and do the networking and stuff like that. I need help. You know what I mean? Because it just wouldn't be good if I fucking did all the stuff and then somebody else fucking takes the clips and profits from it and I'm not fucking profiting. That's crazy. So basically, like, if I was able to get it together, like it was, you know, something I was able to fucking, you know, get a handle on, get the clips in my channel, fucking everything was right, I would do it for sure. But it's not possible. I mean, I could go out there and stream and fucking just let it fly, but it's just not worth it. You know, I hate when shit gets, like, lost. Like, all my old shows, nobody archived them properly, and the shit that I had on my computer, the raw footage or, you know, stuff from the show, is now gone because that computer melted down. So, you know, it's disparaging. I hate to create content that isn't archived properly and, you know, consumed by the right fucking entities. I would totally do it though. And then when the COVID thing gets away and go back out and do some IRL too, I love that shit. I have all the equipment for it too. I have a wireless fucking microphone. backpacks. I have a really cool selfie stick. Can you still see those guys that are fucking racing each other on the highway? I like when I see that because this way they draw the cops' attention. I call them my fucking pigeons. You know, I don't mind fucking 80's fine for me. That's what we're all doing right now. Like 77, 80 miles an hour. All these other people that are flying by have to be doing 90, 100. I wouldn't mind doing 100, but it's not really necessary. I feel good doing 80. Looks like Stern is done, you say? I need to take his place? Are you kidding me? You know how many fucking times I've said the N-word on the Stern Show? In satire, you know, I'm not a racist. I used to actually have a girlfriend who was Puerto Rican. I went out with a black girl when I was even younger than that. But I had a Puerto Rican girlfriend for fucking 5 years. And I had a black girlfriend for about, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months. We used to love to go on the train in New York. Back then, it was not very often that you saw a black and white mixed couple. This is before the movie Jungle Fever, even. And we used to go on the train and make out, you know, passionately, just to piss people off. It was hilarious. People would be pissed off. But, oh my God, the body on Stern is such a scumbag. He's two-faced. Do I still talk to the black girl? No, actually, and after we broke up, it was because literally she wanted to go into pornography back then, and I was like, yeah, I can't be a boyfriend. I'm not gonna fucking have sex with you after some guy fucking takes a fucking pole to you. I'm Irish, I only got a little dick. I'm gonna compete with some fucking porn star cock. That's not happening. But I would like to track her down and see where she went, man. Puerto Rican girlfriend that I went out with 5 years. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous girl. And I wasn't ready to get married and settle down, and she didn't smoke weed. There was a lot of things, you know. She was the nicest, purest fucking beauty eyes, beauty body. All my friends were jealous. I used to go out to places and guys would say to me, dude, that's your girlfriend? And I was like, yeah, dude, why? They were like, if you don't marry her, you're an idiot. I was like, dude, you're just basing that on her look. She happens to be fucking wonderful. She was wonderful. Her father was a Baptist preacher, and she would play the drums in the choir, you know, because, you know, how, hey, there's a lot of dancing and hip, you know, hooray, whatever it is in that stuff. They do a lot of fucking vocalization in that religion. They dance and sing and play guitar and drums. Well, anyway, she played the drums, and she played the drums well, and it was amazing. Anyway, today she is a principal of a public school. Very successful life. I got her the job as a paraprofessional. My mother, she was working in the school system, and my mother's brother was a president of the school board. So they gave her a job. She qualified. They gave her a low-end job, you know, the lowest end, paraprofessional. And she matriculated and worked her way up into now she's the principal of her own school. Yeah, actually, I don't really remember her last name, the black girl. But the one that I'm talking about that's the principal, she's not even on the internet. Total low profile. She was always like that, very, you know, to herself and not trying to be out there and stuff like that. She was a good one. girlfriend. I was very lucky. I had one Polish girlfriend. Well, I had two Polish girlfriends, but one better than the next. You know what I'm saying? The parents hated me, but whatever. Yes, I still talk to Miss Howard Stern. She actually just acquired the URL MissHowardStern.com. Somebody was cyber squatting on it for all these years. And finally it became available when it's no longer relevant or able to be utilized for anything important. She's still going to try to develop it, but... Oh, Dempsey, yeah, she was totally from Williamsburg, yes. And she had a sister. There's one girlfriend I'd like to look up when I was like in my teens. What the fuck nationality was she? Oh man. Damn it, man. That's gonna bother me now. What was she? Oh my god, her name, her first name, and this will maybe you can figure it out where this name is indigenous to, and then we can figure out. Oh, she was Indonesian. That's what she was. She was Indonesian. Ooh, so exotic. I like to go out with different cultures. Exotic. Her name was Kartika. Who could do a fucking search? I know her fucking middle name and her last name because I used to love to say it. I'd love to find her. Nasty time. Her sister used to sit in the room while we were doing it because she had nowhere else to go. She would just in the room. Like, literally in the room. That was crazy. Yes, I was watching when he asked those protesters, you can flip this? He was saying things like that the whole time. He's crazy. He was saying, look at the glass, how pretty and clean, and wouldn't it be just nice to break it? It's just tempting, isn't it? He was saying it so other people would, get... He was instigating. That's... I don't know, man. That's not me. I would... If I saw somebody breaking something, I'd attack them. I don't know. That's just the way I am. Yeah, if I give you the name, Dempsey? Okay. I don't know how to spell it, though. It's spelled... it's pronounced... Watch this guy on my left in the convertible BMW. Must be doing 120 miles an hour. Oh, he's facing me. He's gone. On the left. Her name is Kartika. And I don't know if that's with a K-A-R-T-I-K-A. Kartika or C-A-R-T-I-K-A. Kartika, the middle name is Umbarasare. Kartika Umbarasare, last name Moyate. Kartika Umbarasare Moyate. I used to love to say that fucking name. I mean, love to say that name. Kartika Umbarasare Moyate. Moyate. I wish I could find her. And I don't know her sister's middle name, but her name is Kat, like Katrina. Katrina Moyate. That's the sister's name. Cat Moyate. Cat. You find that for me. Hit me up. TheRealZolar@gmail is my email address. Yes. Moyate. I don't know. M-A-M-O, and then I guess it's a J. J-O-V-I-T-A. Moyate. I don't know. Why don't you try saying it into something? I don't know. I don't know the spelling. I just know the pronunciation. I don't know the Kartika. Because her sister called her Tika. Kartika Umbarasare Moyate. Somebody help him out with the spelling in the room. M-O-V-J, I don't know. Moyate. Yeah, I have to look somewhere where that name is indigenous. Like I said, Indonesia. And then you'll see it's probably common. Look at that mountain on the left. Would you like to climb the mountain? Oh yeah? Send me a link if she's got like a Facebook. I'd love to see what she looks like. She was a cute little Indonesian chick back then. Actually, her sister was hotter, but her sister wasn't into me. Her sister was like punk rock looking. I liked that back then. She got any social media? She's younger than me. She used to live in Queens, New York. Where does she live now? vision, you fucking retard. I said it 10 times. And she's got a sister named Kat. That's how you'll know if you have the right person. They were inseparable, the sisters, so. I took her virginity, I think. That was my specialty back in the day. Yes, she's Indian. What blonde Indian, red-headed Indian women do you know? Yeah, she had hair down to the fucking back of her ass. Oh yeah, big long black hair. She has videos. Yeah, send me a linky to the real Gmail, to the real Zolar at Gmail, to the real Gmail. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, the only way to be completely sure would to see if she's got a sister named Kat. Did she have an accent? No. She was Americanized. I mean, ever so slightly because, you know, country of origin, but not. Hello, I love you. Not like that. Oh, why this girl has an accent? How old is that girl that you found? Because I would say this girl's got to be like 45. I think I was at least 5 years older than her. So it could be her daughter. Write to her and ask her if her mother is Kartika Umbarasare Moyate. Because the guy who took her virginity is looking for her. I want to try to reinstall it. Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be funny? Try to fix her hymen. Alright, do you mind if I fix your hymen? I took it some years back, and I... na. The sign up there should have started, please don't speed. Meanwhile, I'm doing 80 and a fucking 55. Can't find anything on it, that's too bad. Move upstate, or did she stay in Brooklyn? No, she stayed in Brooklyn. She don't give a fuck. She was like out walking around like, come get me, Corona. It was everything I could do to fucking keep her in quarantine. She's a very active old biddy, 82 years old. Comes a motorcycle up from behind me. He's got to be doing 120. He slowed down a little bit when he got up here, but he was whipping. I saw him. Well, that's nice. The guy in the van fucking moved out of his way, and then the guy in the motorcycle didn't even speed up. When somebody moves out of my way, I usually take off for that. Let me let the pot smell out of the car. Do you really believe that coronavirus is so that we're going to get chips and stop using paper money? Don't be ridiculous. It's a much bigger plan than that. The coronavirus is an offset of SARS, another virus. This version is a test to see how it could be deployed, how fast it'll spread, and how many will die if put out in its full potential. This was a precursor for a biological weapon that will be used or might be used, unless they find something else to do it, when they want to wipe out 80% of the Earth's population. Do you follow what I'm saying? This was not to make you get chipped, make you stop paying paper money. This was only a test to see how well the distribution of the virus would be, how people would react, and how facilities would handle it that aren't a part of the aristocrats that are doing this purging, basically. 80% of the the working population, the middle class, lower middle class, higher middle class, anybody who's not affluent is going going to be eradicated. 80% of those people. The other 20% that are left will be your plumbers and your fucking grave diggers and your construction workers, but they will work for the powers that be. That is what's going on. Just in case you didn't know. Yes, well, I mean, even in medieval times and before that, and we would take the bodies filled with fucking the Black Plague and fucking put them in catapults. That's a biological weapon. We'd shoot that fucking body over the wall and infect everybody on the other side when it comes splattering down. That's biological warfare, man. You know what I mean? It's not new. I'm not telling you that that's new. The virus itself is a more, whatever they call it, conduit, a fucking, whatever, a way to spread it. So, when the time comes that the upper echelon, the aristocrats, the powers that be, the Illuminati, the fucking Bilderbergs, whatever it is, those fucking highfalutin people, when it's time to wipe out the 80%, that's what they're looking to use at this point. That's how they're going to do it. They might come up with something much more easily controlled that they don't have to worry about themselves. You know what I mean? Because you can catch that too. If you're human, you catch it. They want something that they can literally fucking, control, that they will be able to give to exactly who, and nobody else can mistakenly get it. And there is no cure, no combating it. And this was all a test to see how long it takes to combat it, how many people die in this version of it, because the real version of it is 10 times worse. So if you had 100,000 people die, and you got 1 million dying in 3 months' time in each place. You know what I mean? So they know what they're doing. It's a scientific study, and we're all fucking a bunch of idiots. All right, see you, Dempsey. Well, as I said, it's not like they're doing it slowly so people can't complain. No, they're doing it to get the reaction, to see how you react, how they're going to counter-react when it's 10 times that. So everything is scaled up by 10. Everything. And that's it. That's it. I mean, like, I'm on my way out. I'm on the last fucking part of my life. My golden years are here. So if they did that, I would like to be around to see that. I don't mind if it wipes me out in the process. I mean, as long as they're not only killing 100,000 people, and I'm one of those 100,000. I mean, I want to be amongst the mass fucking hysteria and people are fucking, dying off. It's over. You know what I mean? The world is ending as we know it. That's pretty damn cool to be a part of that. Of course, I'll be in my house upstate looking to fucking, hang on to life as long as I possibly can, and I'll do everything. I'm not gonna just lay down and take it, but I most certainly fucking would like to see the end of time. Not anytime tomorrow or soon. I'm just saying, how cool would that be? People rioting and lawlessness and fucking go shoot somebody if they pissed you off. Let's do it. I'm ready. If you know about IP2, you were probably woke enough to join Noah's Ark or whatever. Actually, I mean, I know about IP2. I'm not up on the Ark thing. I don't do Discord or Reddit or Set-It or all of that, Shred-It. I mean, I have been on them, but I don't keep up with it. I should, but I don't. But if I start doing a show, That's what I'm talking about. We could all talk about this stuff. I'll give you my opinion. I'm not forcing it down your throat and telling you, better believe it, better listen to me, or you can't be in my room, and don't oppose what I'm saying. You know, call me an idiot. Call me whatever it is that I am, because I'd like to know, because that's all that I know is my opinion. And I'd like to know what that makes me. What kind of person am I? I don't even know if I'm a liberal or a Democrat. I haven't voted since fucking Jimmy Carter was the president. I really don't have an agenda. You know what I'm saying? I'm very open-minded. I'm sure I fall on both sides of the fucking playing field with, you know, opinions that differ. You know, I wouldn't stick with one group if they're wrong on different factors and stuff like that. I don't even know what that kind of fucking person is called. Is that called like a liberal or a fucking... I don't even know. I'm not political. I'm living blissfully. Blissful ignorance. It's not on fire. I had to put this incense on, man. It stinks in here from that fucking weed. God forbid a cop pulls me over. I don't know. He's gonna be like, dude, how many pounds of shit you got in that car? It literally smells like fucking an opium den. Sun is beaming in my ball sack. Ow! 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 I burnt myself, damn it. I'm trying to adjust the motherfucking visor. My visor's like periscopically, like when you take them out of the part that you click them into, then you could pull them longer so they stretch across the window further. I don't know if I can explain that correctly. I don't think these do it. And the sun is right in the middle of the two of them. Alright there, fucking style, baby. Thanks for stopping by. I wish this was more exciting. It's just like story time while sitting in the car with Grandpa. I gotta stop being so self-deprecating. It's really bad. People might enjoy my fucking grandpa-ness. Think that's possible? I'm pretty antidotal. I have a lot of fucking antidotes. No, they certainly do not do that. I was trying to elongate them. Out of nowhere, there seems to be a lot of cause for coronavirus. I mean, where the fuck is everybody going or coming from? What the fuck is going on? This ain't even New York. I think this is fucking like Connecticut. Alright, brawling. Mass human migration. It's something. Because, I mean, where the fuck are these people going? And why am I in the slowest lane? And why is the slowest lane the left lane? And the fast one the fucking right? This is not right. Something's wrong. Human locust. It's unbelievable. The only thing I don't like about streaming like this in the car is that I have to fucking look at the chat to read it. I'm gonna fucking figure it out. Little bruises. And then I'm gonna get the fucking text-to-speech thing going. And not only that, I can't play music because then you get a copyright. Not that it matters, I'm not worried about fucking, I don't know, what does it do? Does it make your content unairable? Like, nobody gets to see it if something good happened? Or does it strike you and then you can't go live? I don't understand. I don't understand. These are the things I do not know and I want to find out. How do you make the font bigger? I don't see that ability. No, I can see the words fine. I mean, you know, like, it's just that I have like attention deficit disorder. Like, I'll get caught up reading and forget that I'm driving. You know what I mean? I can see the letters. I can see it. They are small, but it would be better if they were bigger, but I don't see how to do that. And I think I just zoomed in when I tried to just press on them and scoot them bigger. Oh, and the phone setting is going to make... I know that. I mean, like, in my text, but I don't think it's going to make this. Streamlabs would have the setting for this. I'm seeing your chat through Streamlabs, and I imagine. See, I don't know. That's the thing about me. I don't know the technical shit. I just know how to fucking talk. The sun is beaming right in my balls. Sun out there, and the windshield's filthy. I'm afraid to fucking throw some wipers on it because what if it just moves the bug juice around and makes it worse? You know what I'm saying? I'm stuck between fucking rock and a hard place. And I slacked off so much between me and my son. I left it open, his truck out in between us. Can't see him anymore. Out of sight, out of mind. I'm afraid he's gone. What if he got off at that last exit? I can't see him. Help me. There he is. Turn on the free TTS. I mean, unless I'm doing something exciting that calls for fucking, you know, the TTS that you fucking can donate to and stuff. You know, we're doing something exciting. You want it to come out of the speaker, you know, for the crowd to hear or something like that. That's something that you put it on. You know what I'm saying? But for a ride like this, I think it should just come out like that. So this way I can hear it and I can read it off when I want to. I think there's an app for that. I don't think that there's a setting in Streamlabs, although somebody was telling me that there is a setting in Streamlabs, but I don't think that there is. I think they think there is because they've heard like somebody like what's his name, Mr. G, do it. Mr. G in Hawaii, that guy there, he has that thing running all the time. They must think that he does that through his Streamlabs, but it's a separate app that you have to put on your phone that enables whenever text comes up like that, it gets read out loud. I think. Again, I'm not the tech guy, so I wouldn't know that. I would need somebody to say, this is what you need to do, Zola. Get this app, get this fucking that, get the other thing. Have a nice day. This is what you need to do. There's the sun in between the fucking visors, right in the middle, perfect where the visors don't reach. Why wouldn't all cars have the ability for them on the rod that they're up there on? Why wouldn't the rod be periscopic like the one in my... I can hardly see. I'm blind. I'm being blinded. Oh my god, what the hell did you write? A whole fucking... Zilla, can you speak on King Fam? AKA the Obama streaker. Yeah, I remember him. What about him? Is he broke? Oh, I wouldn't know. I only know as much as whatever you might have seen of him. He went out and bought this, that, the other thing, and we have never kept in touch after that. I'm sure he fucking ran through that money with the quickness. He had been running from it's funny, you know what the funniest thing was? His wife was complaining, you know, like, oh, you know, he ruined his life going out there fucking doing that where the Secret Service now knows his name and he's got a child, he shouldn't do that. And like after she got mad because she was like pining away saying he owes child support, he gotta fucking pay me if he gets paid. Like, I don't know, 3 weeks after she was complaining on what a shitty place Battlecam was and he was for doing it, she was on my show and didn't know who Alki David was, the owner of the site, and I was doing pranks. So fucking I was like, you know, hey, I'm Alki David. I made believe I was Alki David, and I said, I feel really bad for you, and here is a chance, you know, for you to make your own money and not have to depend on him ever trying to give you whatever you deserve. I'll let you win $100,000 right now if you can get somebody in the room to put their fist inside your vagina, completely up to their wrist. And you know, she agreed to it. She was literally after the whole air and somebody in the room who was willing to do it before we told her that it's just a prank call show and I'm Zolar, not Alki David. What an embarrassment. Yeah, there's a little story that's related to King Van. So when she was able to make herself $100,000, she didn't mind doing something degrading, even though she had a kid. You believe that shit? People are fucking something, man. The things they did for money. I loved doing my show, and Alki gave me free reign to, you know, like give away money for, you know, things that would make his site famous, like get a tattoo on their face that said Battlecam.com or whatever it was. Cut their tongue in half live on the air. Cut their nipples off and eat them. All that shit. I crucified a guy in his he had a store on Rodeo Drive, well, in Beverly Hills, wherever it was, you know, and in his front window of the store, I had somebody build a wooden cross, and I brought somebody down there who volunteered to be crucified. But what I did was I took really big piercing needles, you know, like a 0 gauge, and I hammered them, not me, I had a piercer come in and put them through his hands live. It's a fucking crucifixion on the cross. He was dressed as Jesus. It was quite the event. And I orchestrated that Obama streak and the whole night. I was the one who did all of the fucking, you know, most outrageous stunts. I coordinated them. I had one guy put piercing needles through his eyelids, and then of course his screen name from then on out was Mr. Eyelids. Funny enough, that same guy was the guy who played Jesus Christ and got crucified in Beverly Hills in the store window. Solar always gets his cut. On Easter, yes, I did that on Easter. My man tries like, oy vey. I'm driving from New Hampshire back to Staten Island, New York. 5.5 hour drive. That's why I turned the stream on. I figured you guys would keep me company. My ass is killing me, and so now my neck is starting to hurt. So I'm getting pain running all the way up to my fucking neck. Go fucking 150 miles an hour and cut the time in half or more. But I think we're averaging like maybe 70. Sometimes we're doing 85, but people always fucking trying to be the pace car and sitting in the passing lane, even though they're going over the speed limit, they figure. So why should I get out of your way? I'm already speeding. No, dickbag, I want to speed more than you, so you need to flow over, let me pass. That's what this lane is for. And that. It's almost fucking logical. Why does it even have to be so hard for people to fucking follow? It's a law. This is the passing lane. The left lane is the passing lane. But ignoramuses will fucking sit there because they're going either the speed limit or above and think that's all that has to be done. They're in the fast lane, so they're going as fast as the speed limit, or whatever it is above. If you see somebody coming up behind you, and they come within 15, 20 feet of you, or whatever it is, get the fuck over, and let them pass. And then get back if you want, but let them pass. I don't get it. It aggravates me. So yeah, I'm driving from fucking New Hampshire all the way back to New York, Staten Island, with this car that doesn't have a legitimate fucking registration or license plate. That's just a throw-on license plate. It's a big yikes, and we're hoping not to get recognized the whole way and pulled over, or God forbid the fucking car impounded because it's not fucking road legal, which is against your constitution. Because unless you're driving in commerce, you should have the right to travel freely. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We're not doing this to make money. We're just traveling from one side of the state to the other. There shouldn't be a prerequisite. It says it in the Constitution that we have the right to travel freely without being fucking encumbered. Look it up. The Freedom to Travel Act. You don't need a driver's license. You don't need insurance. But you do need to show that you've declared yourself a sovereign citizen. You can't, in this case, you can't just pull that. You know what I mean? Because you are legitimately with a state driver's license. So you are in the system if you were to give up the state driver's license and get paperwork that says you're a sovereign citizen, and then it would absolve you from having to follow the prerequisites for each individual state to drive through them. Anybody know what I'm talking about or ever hear of it? Freedom to Travel Act. Very simple. This fucking thing isn't charging properly, man. I'm at 39%. I was at 49%, so this whole time has taken 10% off, even though it's plugged in and it says it's charging. So this app is draining more battery than is the outlet is putting in. That's no good. Look down and see if the heated seat was on. My fucking back is like burning. Meerkat, I'm just gonna, I don't know, I'm probably gonna fucking fall asleep once I get home. This has been grueling. Driving all the way here, driving all the way back. I'm gonna be starving because he's not stopping to eat anywhere. He stopped at fucking Burger King. And I had, you know, a chicken sandwich that they have there, not even a spicy one. That was breakfast. That and like fucking handful of French fries and a soda. That's all I ate today. I'm starving. There's not gonna be anything exciting to fucking cast later. I'm just gonna stream this ride just to keep me alert. It's boring as fuck, and it could get interesting if he gets pulled over with no fucking registration and the wrong tag on the car. Or the car could be a fucking lemon and fucking not make it the whole way, and it could blow out a fucking gasket or some shit. The clutch could fucking wear out. We're gonna find out. So that's what we're doing here. We're following that car. Not supposed to legitimately be on the road. And we've already had a mechanical issue with it. Service engine light came on when he fucking revved up the engine doing like fucking, I don't know, second into third. And turns out that a coil was bad. So we went to the auto parts out, and when he called before, he said the car was fine up to a point. Now it seems like he's getting less power. He thinks maybe another fucking coil might need to be changed. So I suggested, obviously, that he changed all the coils. They're like fucking $70 each, but hey, oh no, dead stop traffic about a fucking quarter mile up. I see nothing but brake lights. Where the fuck is everybody going or coming from? Isn't today Sunday? Even on a Sunday, it's supposed to be fucking like less traffic. You know, like today's like a day of leisure at home, and now look at this. Dead stoopy stoop. How many miles? On his BMW, he's got 100. I think 110. But the whole thing's been redone, though. It's not the original fucking anything, and you know, all of that. Oh, I think a motorcycle might have went down. I see him on the side of the road. No, that's just a hobo. And the motorcycle's up here. There's the motorcycle. Maybe that was him. He just walked away from it. I know I've left my motorcycle 100 feet away after it went out on me. I walked away from it so I don't light it on fire. Again. That's what happens when I'm bored. I just smoke too much weed. I can't help it. Pair of sneakers on that are just like very light. I thought they would be airy, but my feet feel hot. Like, why did I think these would be good summery sneakers? Oh, I feel so much better than I took them off. I can't take the one I'm driving with off. I can't drive barefoot. But you would think these are nice, light, airy sneakers. Oh, you can't even see. I didn't realize the fucking camera was fucking moving. These things. Very fucking warm. I guess it must have a bad battery. I didn't know. No idea. I mean, it shouldn't. Now I'm down to 38%. I'm telling you, this app, or maybe I got so many other apps running. I should have gone through my apps and forced all of them closed, and this should be the only one running. Or the power cord that he has is not putting out enough amperage for this phone. So I don't know how he has it set up. It's like fucking, I don't know. Could be coming out of the USB in his radio, and that probably doesn't give you enough power to charge the phone. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's no good. And I'm gonna have to shut this fucking stream off because I need my phone in case I get separated from him. The whole time I've been playing fucking catch up in this fucking banana boat. ABAF, what the hell are we talking about? I completely lost train of thought. Get the fucking phone in position correctly. If you see I'm fucking falling behind, how come you don't slow up? This car's not a fucking BMW, dude. Fucking sun visors suck. I should have drove my car. Do I have another charging cable? No. This charging cable is still good. I'm telling you, it's the outlet he has it hooked up to. Out the right amperage. Look at this fucking shit again with the traffic. Oh, there was a dead deer in the fucking road. Everybody's all grossed out and it was all splattered. At least there was a reason for that traffic. Dead deer carcass spread across 2 lanes. That was nice. Here comes the sun, motherfucker. Here comes the sun and it's making me blind. Doodly doddly beedly boodly little scumbag. This guy wants to get in over here. You know, like he's been blinkety for fucking 20 minutes. fucking 37%. I gotta fucking shut the stream off so I can charge, I guess. It's pretty boring anyway. Just wish me luck, cross your fingers, write me a fucking, or hit me on Instagram or whatever it is. It's either Zolar Vision or Zolar 420. Twitter, all that shit, same thing. Zolar Vision, Zolar 420, Zolar Glenn on Facebook, whatever. If you got any ideas of what we could do for a stream and you want to see some shit, I'll totally fucking, I'm definitely willing to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm up for it. Let me fucking know, son. Alright? takes off, he's doing fucking 80, and somebody gets between us. He's a moron. It's like, what's wrong with you, dude? That sucks. Alright, catch you guys next time. Thanks for hanging with me.